Oh, we're rolling now?
Hey everybody, welcome back. We've got another bat rep going on, and as you can see in the title, yeah, we're back playing some 40K. However, for both us Spectres here, it's been a long time.
It's been a while. a little bit of rust.
I'm pretty much playing my Tyranids. That's kind of where things are kind of at with my familiarity right now of the latest, and going with it. I haven't quite got the Stardust Militorium going on yet, but Spectre Foreman is bringing back the old Death Spectres.
Yep, the Death Spectres are coming off the shelf just to try to finally defeat the Hive Fleet over here. It's been a historical battle between us.
An uphill climb.
Yeah, that's what the Death Spectres are what I started with, and there's been a lot of beatings, severe beatings from these Tyranids. So
yeah,
we'll see what
you'd have to go way back to find that bat rep where the Death Spectres did not portray very well, but. In their corner, we got a new story kind of building with this aspect that I think is pretty cool. You're bringing Inquisitor Foreman.
Foreman, yeah, there's a small blurb about him in the Inquisitor Codex, digital codex.
Mm-hmm.
Just an Ordo Xenos Inquisitor that you build yourself, but he just is. There's a blurb about him where he is all about stopping the Tyranid Hive fleets from coming in and destroying the entire known universe. So he's been known to just raise entire worlds to take food away from the Tyranid. So I thought he was a pretty cool addition to our kind of narrative that we've had going. So.
Alright, so that sounds pretty cool. So we got a little story of that going on in that. I've got some things to really showcase for this battle report with some nice cool terrain aspects of this, plus something I've actually created for my Tyranids, what I think for you Tyranids players might help out. So we're going to go right to the armies, introduce them, and we'll get pretty much our standard play going on. You'll see a lot of the combat rolling, and then we'll recap movements and assaults just to make the report a little bit shorter, in case you guys are used to the whole full length of Dreadball. But we'll be able to do a lot of that, and we hope you enjoy this. Alright guys, I'm here with the Tyranids. We'll introduce them. That's a pretty familiar force, big hordy stuff with big bugs. Nothing brilliantly changing about that, but I'll show you some of the cool little aspects I have for that. So looking right into this force right here, pretty much we got the 30 Termagants that basically make the Taveragon, which is my kit bash from way back, a troop choice. There are a couple of Venomthorpes behind that, and the Hormagant brood. And there's a little 10-man Termagant group right here that I did for all the troop choices that we're working out. So 1 HQ, there's my Hive Commander right there, the Flying Tyrant. They're all exactly as they look. I'm one of those WYSIWYG guys. I don't have him converted yet to Devourers, but he'll deal. We got a Moloch, Zoanthropes, the new Hive Crone right there, the very ancient Armorcast Exocrine, so he's still working with that, making him pretty big and juicy. And here's part of what I have is a crafted Aegis defense line, and we have a comlink relay that basically is going to give us the +1 to our rerolls, or rerolling, or a chance to reroll for reserves to make sure that happens. That's pretty much going to possibly help with the Crone now and the Moloch when we see our enemy Death Spectres with the Inquisitor Foreman. But that's the force, pretty hordy, pretty simple, and going straight forward with that.
And here we have the Death Spectres. Just got a 5-man attack squad with a plasma gun with the Aegis defense line and quad gun, 8-man Sturg Guard unit and a drop pod, 10-man attack squad with plasma gun and combo plasma, another drop pod, and then a 10-man attack squad with a flamer and a drop pod. We have the Devastator Centurions, the Grav Guns and Grav Amps, and Tigurius is going to be leading the army today. And then we have a Land Raider Crusader that the Inquisitorial Henchman Squad is going to be riding in. We have 6 Death Cult Assassins, 4 of my homemade Crusaders, Inquisitor Foreman, Ministorian Priest, and 3 homemade Servo Skulls.
Nice. Alright, so let's see what this force can do against the Tyranid Horde. Alright. Welcome to This bat rep between Tyranids and Space Marines with Inquisition allies, the Codex. What we're showcasing here is Spectre Studios' new game mat and board, which is provided a mat from Deep Cut Studios. You've seen me use it for the X-Wing bat reps, but we have that. So still using some terrain from other companies, game products we have there, Infinity and Dust for this 40k game to make this city look quite alive. So here we got going on. So the Tyranid battle lines on, we're doing a relic mission. This is the Hammer and Anvil, so the long way. That's why the two troops are set up the way they are. Tyranid stretched right across. So the comm link is right there. All the termagants, the exocrine, all covering the objective that is kind of sitting over here. I put out the Aegis defense line there, so it's going to be a long shooting between the center of the board. The Crusader with his Inquisition of Krypton and his cult assassins and Crusaders are all here on the left flank. The Crusaders are up here with Tigris. Way in the back is the five-man team with their Aegis defense line and quad gun. And that's pretty much all that's set. The rest are coming out in drop pods. So we'll have the turn one movement come in, kind of recap that, and then go into shooting. Alright, so basically we got a Crusader rolling up here, pretty close, getting everything situated. He went just combat speed, right?
Yeah, 6 inches.
Pretty much Tigris just predicted a forewarning on himself and the Centurions. This is the Gambit. Spectre Foreman's playing. Stern Guard just dropped right in front of the Tyranid Horde, followed also by a tactical squad to pretty much lace death into the Horde on their terms. So all depending on a pretty good hinge with that. And so we're doing a quad gun fire right now?
Yeah.
All the way across into some Hormagaunts. So 4 shots. Twin linked. So 3 hit. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds. Gonna have so we got a 4+ save with that, down to a 2+ save. And they make the roll, so no damage. Alright, where are we on?
Assault cannon.
On.
Into the same guys, it's all.
Hormagaunts, alright. All hit. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds. Same thing. 1 dies. 1 dead Hormagaunt.
The Hurricane Bolters on that side,
okay.
firing Machine Spirit.
Yeah. Turn linked. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s though. 1 wound. Save.
And the other side snapshotting.
Okay, turn linked. Nope.
Storm Bolter on top. 1
hit. 1 on 4s. Same thing. Save. Now in the Aegis defense line.
Everybody's all Stern Guard are in rapid fire range of the Hawk Tyrant.
Okay, so what are you using?
The special issue ammo that wounds on 2s.
Okay, but he still gets cover?
Yeah, he gets just
okay.
probably
and he's
not
on
as good
better
as his armor.
Yeah, okay.
Oh. Eight guys rapid firing, and they reroll 1s because of the.
I thought it was tactical.
No, everybody rerolls 1s. Tacticals reroll everything.
Oh, wow, okay. So nice doctrine.
So I get to reroll those ones. These ones miss.
Okay.
These hit.
Now these all wound on 2s.
Yep. So 5, 9.
Saving on 3s. So 1, 2, 3, 4 dead. Pretty good start for Tyranids. Look, this is the way we enjoy this game well.
Huzzah! First blood.
Yep, first board, warlord kill, all that stuff.
And then the tactical marines are going to be rapid firing into the Gribblies.
Yep.
So 10 guys. And they roll all misses. Good thing, 'cause there was all 2s and no 1s. These all hit. And I need
3s.
Oh. 1s and 2s. 5, 10, 11.
So basically it's going right through their armor. They are out in the open with a 5+ save from the Venom port. So let's see, got a couple that live. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. What about that? So 3 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead termagants.
And the Stormbolt will be snap firing. They're both gonna snap fire into the Venom rope.
No.
From one.
No.
No.
Second one?
That was the second one.
Oh.
They're not twin light.
They're not twin light. Oh, Stormbolters. Sorry. That's it.
Yeah.
So definitely an early victory for the Spectres as they just easily hunted down the Hive Tyrant and killed him off. Alright, so Warlord dead, reeling from that. Zoanthropes were able to cast Dominion. That kept everything but the Exocrine in instinctive behavior. He did make his leadership, so everyone's kind of moved up to engage the Stern Guard. Hormonthgaunt have moved up to basically hit the wall line and see what comes out of that because I'm banking on the Zoanthropes, which makes it all a very low gambit because I don't have a lot of rerolls and stuff to make a lot of this stuff happen. So basically we'll start with that. Because pretty much in a hopefully luck this happens. So Brotherhood of Psychers, Zoanthropes need to roll. 9, they pass. So each of them are going to lance at the Crusader here. So hitting on 3s and all but 1 hit. I mean, all 1 hit. The other 2 have missed. Gets to deny the witch. Okay, go. So yes.
Oh, I would say
not deny
no.
witch, sorry. That's a deny witch, yes. But then the cover save because it's behind the Aegis defense line. Yes, won't even matter.
Huzzah!
So that's where part of that's going. Then we have 24 shots that I'm gonna place into the Termagants, into the Stern Guard. Kind of roll them in batches here because I only have 1 hand. So we got. Those are misses. And these. And then now I need 4s again out of this batch in my hand. So rolling on here. We basically only got I'm knocking dice over with 1 hand. 7 I guess.
And
wow.
Per usual,
Yep, 4 already done.
Fuck it. Oh.
And then 10 more shots from a Termagant unit from behind them. Just to see if we can do a little bit more with that. So these guys all miss. Those guys all hit. Little Hunter Slayer Termagants needing more 4s. And they do 5 more wounds to them.
Well, with my rolling, that's 4 more dead.
Could be. Well, at least
2 more dead.
So they're down to 2 models.
No. Yep.
What we can do with that. So I'm going to put. Good job. Alright. I'm going to put this. Spectre Foreman's going to put this large blast template, which is right there on the rocket chair there. Right over those dudes there. See how close we can get to that. Bullseye!
Good on.
So how many goes to that?
Well, that's going to be all but 1.
So that was 9.
Yep.
So 5, 9. These are spring 7, AP2. So this is going to be needing 2s. So that's going to get 7 models. They at least get cover from 5+ from being in terrain or behind Termagants. So 4 will die from that group. And that's pretty much going to be leaderships for that, and then we'll see if they stick around, and then pretty much they're going to get to retaliate.
Stern guard.
No problem.
Attack marines.
Gone. They're running. They'll come back though.
And they shall know no fear.
Yeah. And then the termagants are going to assault, so we'll deal with that. Alright, we've concluded the combat, which happened pretty much in the first round because they dropped right in front of me. So the Stern Guard are dead. They killed the Hive Tyrant. The Gribblies killed them back. These guys have fallen back to regroup at this time now, and we will basically see one more drop pod coming down with more attack, and see what Spectre Foreman does with that to continue to blast at the Hive all around. Alright, well, our third drop pod has brought down the next tactical. Foreman is continuing to just drop in front of the Horde and fire away. So they're right across the wall and ready to lace into him.
Landspear did not move.
Did not move. So we got the other tactical squad. It's regrouped, ready to shoot back into the Horde. Centurions with Tigerius casting all his powers. Kind of moved to the corner to help lend some support. And basically we're going to see what he's going to start shooting at. We got tacticals over here first, or?
Actually, the Stern Guard are going to shoot into them. Two of them.
And Centurions. Okay.
Or the Centurions, I mean.
Yep.
They are, I believe, both of them. Yep, so, let's do the Hurricane Bolters first. All hit. And they need threes.
Yep.
So,
Three.
And they have perfect timing, which is ignores cover saves.
Okay. So it doesn't matter, 3 dead.
And then their grab cannons. 5 shots each.
Jeez.
And they have prescience. All hit. They need 6s. That's what their armor save is, 6.
Yep.
6 to wound. And the Gravant lets them reroll failed wounds. So 4.
One more dead.
Push them out of rapid fire. So first 3 are in rapid fire range. 9. Tactical shooting into those guys as well. Bolters. So
7.
yep.
So needing 5s. And basically 5 are dead as well. 2, 3, 4,
5. First drop pod is going to shoot into the venom throat.
Okay. 1 hit. 4. Nope.
Second is going to do the same.
Both hit. Needs 4s. 1. 5 plus save. Nope. Takes a wound.
Alright. These attacks. Figure out what the best.
Who is it? This guy?
Yep.
There's 5. There's about. I'll give you 7. That's about the best you're gonna get.
Oh, weapons. It's hot. These need 3s. So 7 from both weapons, and then the 7 that I had hit with the flamer. Ugh.
What's it,
10.
3?
Yep, so 10
There's
total.
7 from the bolt guns. So they are going to save only 2, so 5 are dead from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 2 more from the flamer. goes that little group.
Star Bolter's gonna snap fire at the Venom Throat.
Yep. Nope.
Nothing. Alright, the Assault Cannon is going to yeah, he's gonna power the Machine Spirit at that guy.
Venom Thorpe?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
I'll hit. 2. 3. Only 2. It's behind the wall. Doesn't matter, dead. Venom Thorpe's gone. And there goes the cover.
Then Hurricane Bolters. Not in rapid fire range at the
Stone Thorpe's?
yeah, well, it's linked. Right. Oh yeah, it has Cybolt ammo because it's Inquisitor 1 and I bought it, so it needs so they're strength 5.
Okay,
2.
3 plus vulnerable save. All set.
The multi-melta.
Yes, got it. Need 2 to wound. Gunthorpe needs 3 plus vulnerable. Made it. All set.
Bolter. That's on it as well.
Okay, yep. What are you shooting at?
1. Yeah.
Okay. One again. 3 plus. Nope. Only takes 1.
So I can see him.
Okay.
But then, obviously,
There we go, Josh. I'll hit. 2's a 1. 4 wounds. 3 plus vulnerable save. 1 dead. Alright, that's it. Yeah, lots of fun shooting. That pretty much puts the... I gotta do some rolls here, see where we're at. Alright, the Tyranids, all the reserves have come in thanks to our little antenna bug that has helped us here. The Interceptor really wasn't able to hit this because it was low enough to all the buildings, as I zoom very quickly for you guys. Sorry. So the Tvergon took a wound from the Interceptor for that. Now it spawned 8 Termagants and did not roll doubles. The rest of the Hormagaunts have moved across. The Zoanthropes are going to try to line up to take their final shot. The Moloch came up. It did kill 5 and it was able to get behind the wall behind that because of the, as far as I can understand, that template rule. And these Termagants are fine, so they're able to move forward. Venom Thorpe passed its leadership fine. These Exocrine Instinctive Behavior moved it forward because it's fearless. These guys have failed their Instinctive Behavior and are running back. So part of the army is starting to break down as the Synapse is slowly falling apart. So I guess really comes down to let me check on some weaponry and I'll be able to roll what I'm gonna. Alright, so we're gonna do a Stinger Salvo into these 4 Marines that I have here. I doubt I'll hit any of them, so I'm gonna try work with that. So that's 4 shots. Tvergon's Ballista skill I think is a 3. Yes, so I need 4s. There you go, we got 1 and a spinning die, so we got 2 of them. Now I need 3s to wound him, strength 5, nothing. So, big lot of nothing out of that big guy. Flesh bores are the 12-inch, so we got basically 2 guys that can really see. They 1 hit, need a 4, got 1 against the 1 Marine over there. He's fine. Alright, so we're going to start with 2 haywire, basically missiles out of this guy, because that's all you can fire are missile-wise. And this is a fast attack, so the Crone needs a 4 to hit. Got 1. It's going to hit this thing. It's got cover again because of the rules of wobbly things. No haywire, so let's see what it does. 3 immediately takes a glancing hit, so we got 1 glancing hit on this thing. So, pop, I got that going on. So I guess we're going to do our psychic test again. This time there's no cover from the angle I got. Yay, they passed. Now they need to hit. Yes, they hit. Now he gets to deny the witch, which will probably roll a 6 because this is the way they work. No! So it's 2 strength, 10 lances.
In terrain.
Or whatever.
Well,
Yeah, no. Not enough. And let's see what we got here. Lancing. Oh, this is
that's
awesome.
a whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot
Doesn't
of
matter.
It's actually another glance because it treats you as 12 and it's a strength 10 lance. So, pathetic.
2 hull points go. 2 left.
Pathetic. I love effectiveness. So, yeah, got that little wounded. Not really nothing out of that. That's just terrible. Alright, we're going to put the blast template right on these guys. Because they, well, let's see if I can get the Gribblies to kill some more first. So, there are 8 of them left. That's not going to kill much.
The way I roll saves, that's...
Yeah, but they got to hit and wound first. That's what I'm more worried about. Alright, what are the Gribblies going to do? So, actually, it's kind of, I think I might have thought differently anyway. So, 2 wounds from the Gribblies on the tack that are left. They're fine. So these are 12?
Yep.
Alright, this is what happens with this though, because I just kind of understand. It doesn't really differentiate what units are, because of my wonderful rule. So, strength of assault 6. I need 4, so it's going after a drop pod because it has to.
What is the venom throat?
Exocrine.
Oh.
7, so 5's glance, 6 pen. Really? Just give me the fucking thing. So, sorry. Nothing. So, wow. Really just making my life wonderful. So, pretty much that's easy enough. So, pretty pathetic on the shooting phase by the Tyranids, which is why I hate making Tyranids shoot. Thank you, GW, for making this game a shooting game for that aspect. Well, in the assault phase, the Marines are dropping to show up, and then they're dropping in the close combat. The Hormagaunts have now done the job because there's so many of them in the quantity numbers. So the Marines will continue to have to shoot and chew them down in their next phase as the Tyranid, pretty much the synapse is breaking apart. So hopefully they can be able to pull that off. Alright, as Spectre Foreman has continued to deal with the menace, Inquisitor Krepman has come out of his Land Raider as it's spun around to deal with the Taveragon. They're now out to probably assault the Hormagaunts. Centurions have moved up. The Tigerius taking cover behind the wall to begin to lay fire into the remnants over here. So this squad, who has taken the relic, can get out of dodge. So we'll see exactly what we're going to have for rolls here.
Alright, so... I guess we'll start with attack there. Or we'll go the 2 drop pods.
Okay.
Into the zone throat. First drop pod.
Hit.
2 hits.
12
2.
wounded. He's a 5+. 1 rend, I assume.
Yeah,
so
he's touching it.
So zone throat is now gone. Another Tyranid model removed.
Alright, the other drop pod's gonna shoot right down into the Gribblies.
2 hits. 4s. Both wounds. Dead.
And I guess I should get rid of those guys, but he can always just drop a template on my ass. I don't want to get 2 shots. I'll just rapid fire into the Gribblies.
Okay.
So I got 6 guys. This turn, actually, remember, we're doing the...
Real misses, yeah, sure.
whatever the assault doctrine is for the
Oh, okay.
Space Marine, the Ultramarines. The one that lets them reroll their Overwatch. Their snapshots.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's called, so it works on Overwatch. You have to call it at the beginning. Alright, 3s to... That's a lot of crap. 5.
Yeah, no, this is 1 minute.
There's always one left. Alright. And then so the omniscope lets the sergeant split fire.
Okay.
Which is that model. So he's gonna go into those cats.
Okay.
His Hurricane Bolter.
Hits.
Or Hurricane Bolter, so it's twin links. It's still only 2 hits.
Okay.
Strength 4 on
Toughness 4.
2. And then his
Vulnerable saves. Took another wound. So this one has a wound.
Yep. And then the grab gun. Prescient. Still misses. And then
2 wounds versus vulnerable or armor?
both. The grab amp does both.
So that takes his best.
Well, those are to miss. They re-roll the 2 wounds. Is that what you're talking about?
How do you figure the wound? I'm just asking how the grab weapon, how it figures the wounds. Not
It goes on the armor save.
Okay, so 5.
Yeah.
That's why I
haven't done
it has a
the-
model
yeah.
save.
Yeah.
3 wounds?
3. Yeah.
And we'll kill 1.
And the other 2 will be shooting at the Moloch, which is toughness 6.
Mm-hmm.
So there. Hurricane bolters might touch on. If I'm lucky. And I need 6s. 1.
Save.
Alright, and then their grab cannons.
Okay.
Defense. And they need. They have a 3+ armor save. So.
Is this an AP weapon?
AP2. So 8.
And they're in no cover?
Yep.
Okay, another dead.
That strap pod will attempt to see if I can take the last wound off that sucker. 1 hit.
Nope.
Nope. Too bad. Alright. I cannot shoot. This guy is going to shoot Spurgon. We'll do the quad gun first.
Quad gun can't intercepted.
Huh?
Quad gun can't fire after fire on intercepting.
The squad can still fire?
Squads can still fire.
Okay. So the plasma cannon. Ooh, 5 inches. So, gonna get 2 of those guys.
Okay.
Each of the space. So, 1 bolt gun. Needs a 6. Hey! So 1 on that and 2 on those
Yeah,
cats.
you gotta wound those dudes.
Oh yeah. Anything but a 1.
And they're dead.
Alright, that's all the shooting.
Well, those guys have to make leadership over there. Somehow they passed because they're termagants. That's the only thing that's roll good for me. Alright, so no assaulting, I take it?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Those guys
assaulting?
are gonna assault that.
Okay, so we'll
They don't
resolve
have
that.
Overwatch.
Alright, so with basically some psychotrope grenades, it was a slaughter. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Plus the initiative speed of 6 wasn't even worth it. Unbelievable. Great combination for the Imperials. Kudos. Just kind of what my frustration with the Tyranids are to that aspect here. I'm gonna kind of roll some synapses to see where things are at because this is pretty much almost beginning a laughable game. right, folks. Well, basically, we're cutting this short. I've already conceded. It's one of those, again, the codex is not holding up. I took a bunch of models I kind of really definitely want to play with. Unfortunately, by the end of round 2, I am down to 3 of my monstrous creatures. One of them's not even working right, the Exocrine, because now he's out of synapse, because the Marines have...
3. Give yourself credit.
Yeah, well, the Marines have the synapse, being able to basically go after the synapse, especially with the drop pod maneuverability. That really just changes the aspect of where the Venomthorpes can protect and things. I try to get a little tricky with the wall. It did help for a little bit for some of the things you got going on, but it's literally the firepower that the Tyranids don't have that can compensate for what things are going on. So, much as I tried, immediately lose the Warlord before he even moved. That's 200 points that was basically taken right out of my force and my leader, and the linchpin of my army to do damage.
Sternguard suicide.
I had swarms, but then he's got as a counter for everything that was going on the table. I didn't really have that counter. The Exocrine is about the best I have for hitting once my other units are starting to get wiped out. Can't do much.
The 24-inch rain on the Exocrine kind of hurts. He did quite a bit of damage to my scoring units, but that range really.
Yeah, I mean he killed what 4.
I guess he didn't
killed
do that great.
4 models.
But it's the range that hurts because the Centurions are the ones that really are scared of them. They both have 24-inch guns, but you had so much stuff on the other side for the Centurions.
My thing about GW is what it turns into is the combinations that they don't plan for. They don't really think about it, because Centurions are good. I mean, they're solid, but when you add something like a Tigurius model to it, then they're off the hook.
Invuln save, Prussian.
So then you get a Psyker with this cult with an Inquisitor with all these grenades. It's almost the same aspect when you're getting them inside, with this Crusader that was built in that. They're not even the main threat that I had to worry about. It's different if they're the whole Inquisition army. But Tyranids are lacking in several departments. One, they lost the entire basic rulebook psychic powers. So where you're getting whatever power you wanted to, I'm still rolling for mine.
Well, Tigurius, the big thing with Tigurius is that he gets to re-roll his roll to pick his power. So he's getting you're getting pretty much everything you need.
For a Marine player, that's
just stick to divination. You're getting everything you need.
Yeah, and the Swarm Lord can't do that.
You're not getting that.
If I was getting, that's when you look at some of the Biomancy actually works better. So then I take first turn, then I take my strength and put it up there for the lack of wounding. Even though the Stern guy would have killed him anyways, because they automatically went on 2+. It's just combinations that you can just. It's a chess piece game. Of course, it plays a lot like that, but certain codexes are just moving in a farther degree. I like the Space Marine Codex. I think it's a nice codex. There's a lot of flavor. It's definitely very competitive. You can do a lot of different things. There's a lot of chapters I think that are very good. Ultramarines have always been hurting. I think that's a nice touch for them. But on the same aspect, I feel sorry for the Tyranid players being one of them, just because the concept isn't there anymore for them. It's really trying to be a swarm army, but being a swarm army, it's not a fun army anymore, because you're moving so many pieces. You're just taking off so many pieces. And then you're really kind of seeing what is given to you, not really what you can do to take away. And that doesn't make much of a game. And I gotta say, wasn't really having a lot of fun in this game. Compared to playing a lot of other games with excitement and drama,
the Venom Throats
pretty straight. It was pretty straight.
The Venom Throats have become kind of a must-take, but every army is taking ignores cover nowadays.
Yeah, I mean that was another thing.
Those Centurions were ignoring it, but
with the Tigurius,
they rely on a psychic power. A lot of armies, your Wave Serpents and everything, are just going to be.
If they increased the shadow warp range for the -3 it was doing, it could at least help. I said, if you're gonna build a system, play the balances so you're playing the right points. If you're really gonna make this a horde, if you're gonna do a horde army, you got to really give it a lot of good aspects. But I mean, it's just there's so many.
The shadows on the warp have just gone with they've moved away from being able to stop psychic powers.
Yeah, but then they didn't give the Tyranids. I mean, my thing about it was they didn't give the Tyranids choices back, because they're the only codex with one choice. You have one psychic power to go through to choose on your whole Tyranid thing. Instead of Biomancy, the Pyromancy, Telepathy, all the stuff they had. They neutered it.
Book ones.
They just took it all away. So now you don't have that option to compete back if you wanted to give that back.
And you can't ally anything.
And I can't ally. I can't change my force org.
You can't shore up those weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like my list, my weakness is close combat. The Inquisitor with the Death Cult Assassins, Crusaders, Priests.
Yeah, that was
That's
awesome.
my close combat. Throw them in a Land Raider,
And I've never
I
seen
like that better. It's way better than
try to do an assault.
Storm
Marines.
Shield, Thunderhammer, Terminators, or anything.
Yeah.
That's about the same cost. Almost.
Yeah, well, I guess the Inquisitor Kipman, he lived up to his reputation of being able to kill because of the outfit that he had. And like I said, it's one of those, like, you look at the outfits of your upgrades, they're just way above this Tyranid Codex's capacity to really make things happen. You almost have to roll perfectly and really hope that an Ultramarine player rolls terribly.
Yeah, the
to get somewhere at it.
Centurions, when you get Prescience and Forewarning to ignore cover,
Yeah.
those grav cannons are 15 AP2 shots that reroll to hit and to wound. They just delete monstrous creatures, and then you have the option to taking the Omniscope to split off the Sergeant and put his shots into another one. You can take out a lot of those high toughness models.
Yeah, I think the only thing that changed was
Attack Marines can't take down.
When you look at the ability to give the invulnerable save that you had, because like my Maul, I couldn't do anything to it because I knew I was not going to kill enough of the models with the amount of psychic powers that Tigerius had on that one unit. Like again, it's a Death Star. What you term as a Death Star unit, that is a Death Star unit because it's impossible, not impossible, but the probability of wounding that unit is very low. And then the output that they put out is literally removing units per turn. And that's
the Death Star, when you make it ugly, is if I threw a Tau, the Buffmander in there as well. Which you can do because technically the Inquisitors aren't your allied choice technically.
Yeah.
They could be in addition to another ally.
Yeah, again, you could have had even more crazy.
But I don't like Tau, so I would never do that. I don't care how good that adds to my squad.
That's what we like about Spectres. We all hate Tau. But I mean, I'm just I know this is going on a little bit of a rant, but I feel apologetic because, I really want the Tyranids to do well, and you guys see things that would help you guys build your armies and have fun with the stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's just not where the codexes are anymore. This is where GW has drifted away from, and you really have to almost in your own self, now we have to almost make campaign games to really kind of script more fun. So you have a little bit of things in there. I mean,
I almost have a demon army ready. Hopefully we'll get to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to give the Astartes Militarum a shot. I mean, before we go on, I'll take the Codex look and I'll see where things are at. I got to say, though, the Guard have always been historically fine throughout the Codex.
You're going to put out enough shooting that you're not going to have to...
So I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about them. It's just, with this army, the Tyranids, they've gone through 2 renditions of this with the rule changes. I would have to say, like the 4th edition rules systems that they were under, and now the 6th. They were fine when they had the 5th edition rulebook, but I still don't understand.
I couldn't beat you, so...
Yeah, I don't understand.
This is my first victory of the Tyranids since I started playing against you.
The change of the of the close combat, stuff like that, was just just made it difficult. It just makes it really, really difficult. And, there are some different models and stuff like that, but there are a lot of subtle changes to this list that make it difficult.
A horde of guys still deletes attack squad. Still deletes Stern Guard.
Yeah, I mean...
But who wants to move that many models?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's just too much. But the thing still is, like, you still, with the maneuverability drop pods, you can go after the synapse, and then the army falls apart. That's the issue that the Tyranids deal with. Demons are going to deal with it with the way the Fearless got changed for them. So, the Marines they shall know no fear. So, again, it's a codex that is on the high rise, where, the Tyranids are on the very, very low end. They're almost non-competitive for a lot of aspects there. So,
yeah, the Marines are good. I still don't like playing them as much as my newer Demon Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah,
they just don't have the flavor, but it's still fun to bring them out once in a while. They were my first.
Death Spectres didn't lose here for the Spectre Studio channel. That's a good thing. They're back on the boat here. Again, I hope you kind of enjoyed it. This was definitely one lopsided. It's one-sided. I'm sorry for the 40K, voting the 40K bat rep out. That was not as close and as gripping as some of the other things we put out. But again, we'll give it a shot. But look
for a combined army for Infinity coming from myself. We'll be joining
and Spectre Foreman is also going to be taking one of our teams to coach as well.
Yeah.
Because we might be losing a coach, but the Dreadball League is moving forward, and that's a whole lot of fun. So on good notes, we have some good things coming in. Again, we'll try to get something 40K entertaining. Maybe we can. Me and Spectre Foreman can work maybe on a campaign. I think if we do that, maybe we can get a little bit more fun element to this thing and try to get a little bit more
forward to the narrative.
Yeah, I like what mini wargaming is doing, and maybe we can do that, and we'll see how things happen and get something better. Because I definitely like to see a little bit more with Cryptman. I think as much as powerful he was, I have no problem with him doing that if we got a little story kind of going on with him, kind of hunting for stuff.
He hates Tyranids.
Yeah, let's do it. So as you can see, he'll easily be killing many of them for most cases. So let's see if we can get.
But don't shoot at them; they're very fragile if you shoot at them.
All right, thank you very much. Again, subscribe, like us, and we'll see you guys in the next bat rep for 40K.